The arts industry has a big problem.
Is it possible to create art in this country without wealthy donors, wealthy patrons, wealthy subscribers? I mean, is it possible for people without money to even participate as creators in this field? Y'all, if the answer to either of those questions is no, we have a big problem.
Hi there. My name is Sola Fadiran, and what you are about to watch is a semi-memorized, scripted reenactment of an amalgamation of several meetings of the Midnight Oil Collective. In other words, we, as a collective, are telling a story that is mostly true about how we are attempting to fix a problem that is very real.
This is an ethical question. If the answer is no, then I think we have to leave the field. Otherwise, we're just making luxury items, and we're just making, a playground where
What's
the wealthy...
wrong with making luxury items? Good God.
Look, I recognize that some of us are comfortable making luxury items, but I think art can be more than that.
Okay, I'm gonna break this down because Frances gets a little off track. She's trying to say that by catering to the wealthy, art often ends up feeling commercially sanitized or inaccessibly elitist.
Okay, hold on. But are we implying that all of the art we're making in this current system is just a luxury item? I mean, that's a really big claim, and we're gonna get a lot of pushback. And
I don't think we're gonna do it.
Allison, as usual, makes a good point. We aren't saying that great art doesn't exist. Of course it does. It's just far too rare and far too exclusive.
Luxury item, non-luxury item, I don't think this is really important or productive to whatever we are doing, right?
Yes, joy. Joy. Thank you, Danilo. That's the answer. How do we get the teens involved?
Did I say joy?
Because we gotta be trendy.
Okay, so I'm gonna cut in right here and speed up this video a bit. What we were trying to do is explain why we formed Midnight Oil Collective, in an artsy, hip, kind of cool way.
I'm not really sure how I fit in here yet.
Okay, so...
but yeah, it's fine.
Admittedly, we aren't your typical revolutionaries, but we are trying to begin a revolution of sorts.
All I'm saying is that I think it's our responsibility to create a system in which we both divest from individual wealth, so we make patrons, donors, irrelevant. Furthermore, we also need to create a world where anyone, regardless of their financial status, can participate. And together, we need to build a platform where these stories that are missing from, our repertoire right now can be told.
Yeah, no. And technology makes this more possible than ever, right? You've got TikTok, you've got YouTube, right? And people have been making things, right? That's what's been getting us through the pandemic anyway.
I agree, we should make TikTok.
All right, we have lost focus, and the issue is urgent. This is urgent, right? We're not just a bunch of friends hanging around making a goofy video together.
But that's exactly what we are. We are a bunch of friends doing all those things. I mean, I get it, we won't be political, but you guys do see that us doing this is inherently political. Look at me, look at him.
Point of clarification, I'm still trying to cultivate my on-screen persona, which is why I'm narrating under this green screen. In fact, we, as a collective, are figuring out who we are as artists right now.
We are the Midnight Oil Collective, and we're committed to helping artists navigate the artistic and economic opportunities presented by new technology, to providing the space for artists, thinkers, and creators of all types to work collaboratively rather than competitively, and to developing and producing work that connects us all. That way, we can change the world.
You do say change the world.
Because that's what we're trying to do.
We want to do that.
We're trying to build a network, right? We're trying to actually develop a growth model that's going to allow people to participate in the arts who've never gotten to participate before, or who get so far, and then because they don't have the money to keep going or the support to keep going, they drop out.
Radical joy, go.
Yes, so
Radical joy.
also I
Radical
think
joy.
it's very important that we do things, first of all, with joy, because I think this is political, as you said.
Radical
because,
joy.
Yeah, because radical joy is what I'm saying, that is like, how do you articulate joy politically? Which means that we decide ourselves that we want to do things, we want to be together, we want to be amongst friends, we want to take care of ourselves.
Radical joy.
Yeah, and now you just completely made me lose my mind. But what was I saying? Pause. Don't change. If we continue and decide to do things that we love, like theater and film and television, and just put it out into the world to maybe make other people happy too, and maybe like make the world better. This is resilience. This is what we should strive for.
Okay. But also, I mean, there's education and scholarship to think about. I mean, if we put academics and we bring them in, we're putting them in contact with the fields they study with, and the people they want to study, and the subjects they're studying. I mean, that's what this is all about.
I agree. I think that's the point.
And then we expand our audience too.
Yes. That's artistic agency. I feel like if we actually focus on letting artists have their own agency over themselves and delve into their own stories without thinking about donors, without thinking about people within power, and centralize their own narrative, then they can feel free to make much more radical work, and their work will have more, I feel like, integrity overall. At this point, the integrity of our own video comes into question. I was referencing a speech by Toni Morrison that was clearly underappreciated. Let's just cut to Edwin, who clearly wants some attention.
Okay, we don't want to be foolish, but we definitely want to be fools. We want to see the magical in the mundane. We want to see the extraordinary in the ordinary, and through that become some sort of conduit to some kind of truth. And that makes sense, right? It's not some weird art school drivel. It's
Maybe.
okay. Literally, we want to do cool stuff, and getting permission all the time is just exhausting.
Yeah.
Yes, we're a collective of performing artists, making theater and comedy and music and educational videos. And we'll be posting many of them right here on this channel. We'll be developing these things together and supporting each other and helping each other generate money so we can realize visions that we couldn't otherwise. So what this means for you is that you'll get access to all of our risk-taking work, and if you like it and subscribe, you'll be able to help us make more of it. So I mean, that's pretty standard, but we're keeping an eye on the prize. We're building a network that can respond meaningfully to the huge changes that are happening so quickly in our society. We're filming this video in 2020 when we've seen some horrible things in the world, but we've also seen some old monuments fall in more ways than one. And we hope to be part of the effort that's building something better.
See, Nate, that's why you're here.
Okay, so, friends, next steps. We need to edit this video, that's gonna be insane, and then upload it on YouTube channel, and then put our website up, and we have to explain our financial model, and that is gonna be tricky.
Tricky is an understatement, as many of us are in school, or teaching school, or navigating the realities of the real world.
We should TikTok dance. Okay, which one we can do?
Not from the top, make it drop. That's a wet. And I get a bucket and a mop. That's a wet. I'm talking wop, wop. That's a wet. That's a wet. Macaroni in a pot. That's a wet.
We, as a collective and as individual artists, will document our progress as we go. And we don't know what's next, but we do know that things can't stay the same. We hope you'll join us on this journey by subscribing and liking our videos. Toni Morrison once said, "If there's a book that you want to read, but it hasn't been written yet, then you must write it." We're starting on the next chapter of our story right now, and we are willing to burn a little bit of midnight oil to write it.